Eddie, it's been a long day. AJ's still fresh, chatting away. He seems in very good form, as does Dillion. So what are your thoughts ahead of this one now? No nastiness today.
No, there was a bit in the head-to-head, which will be out soon. I think both guys just matured. Like, I think when they first fought, they were just kids, really, who had chips on their shoulder, who wanted to go out and have a tear-up. I think they're going to have a tear-up, but they're going to do it a little bit more educated this time. There's a lot on the line. I don't think they're prepared to... I mean, to be fair, in the first fight, they weren't rolling around on the floor, but they've just, I mean, I've heard a lot of stuff from AJ today. It makes a lot of sense, about... I said, you used to fight like this, and he said, because I didn't know what I was doing. He said, basically, when I got someone hurt, I just thought, hurry up and get him out of there, because I don't even think I can go 12 rounds, or I don't know how to break someone down. He said, now I do. I know how to box behind the jab, be smart, take my time, break people down, and he seems in a good place with his boxing. I think he's obviously clicking with Derek James. He's happy there. There's a lot of similarities. Not just two British heavyweights, two London heavyweights, but two guys that have got world-class trainers that are in their second fight with a trainer, and they both fought the same opponent in the last fight. So they're both going to be a lot better than they were in the last fight. I think it's a really good fight, and I think it's a fight British boxing needs.
I don't like saying this because I think both of them need commending massively for taking this fight, and people will go, oh, it's the payday they get, but no, because I'm right in saying here, and I don't know what you think, the loser of this fight is probably done at the elite level. I mean, listen, you're only one or two big fights away, wins away from being back there, but it's going to be tough for the losers to come back at that elite level, yeah?
No fighter likes talking about retirement, but the reality is, if you want to fight for a world title, and you lose in this fight. But Dillion talks earlier about I want to fight Usyk and I want to fight Wilder just to test myself in those kind of fights. But at the end of the day, you want to be in big fights. And look, AJ's got the Wilder fight on a plate for a lot of money, and he's choosing this fight as his interim fight. And I was surprised, and I was surprised Dillion took the fight. But I think it's great for both of them. I think it is the right fight for both of them, and I think it will bring the best out of them.
Well, you obviously go back a long way with AJ. And just chatting to him before as well, he's asking Crolla all these questions about retirement and this, that and the other, but he's very inquisitive still. And he's even kind of admitted to us that he is thinking about these things. He is thinking about what I'm going to do after. And I don't know, do you think that is a dangerous thing for a fighter to have in their head?
I think he thinks a lot. You can try to block it out, and to control your mind is actually to have those conversations with yourself, rather than just go, I'm not going to think about retirement. And he's going, what happens in life? It's not like, I'm just gearing up. It's just like, what's it like?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I know. Yeah, but he's like, how does that? So I don't think he's fearful of retiring. He also knows he's 34 this year. Max, he's got another 3 years tops, which is probably 6 fights, but could be 1 fight. Could be 2 fights, but what I see every time I go out there is a guy who's just absolutely driven to improve and perform. Everything that he does is about bettering himself. Been to the house, pretty humble house, graft all day. It's about 130 degrees in the gym, knocking his cods out every day. It's not someone that's just going to rack up another couple of paydays, and then he genuinely wants to perform and win.
I think there you just mentioned Deontay Wilder, Eddie. You think, so if AJ comes through Dillion on August the 12th, that's more or less a done deal?
100%, yeah. That's the fight you'll see. And I like this fight because I think if he performs well in this fight, he's going to go into that fight with a lot of confidence. Whereas coming in after the Franklin fight and waiting 9 months, I'm not so sure. So, listen, if he goes Franklin, Whyte, Wilder in his 2023, it's a hell of a run. And I like what I'm hearing from him. I think you might see a new phase in his career. And this is a big fight for him, and I think it'll bring the best out of him.
Finally, I know you got to run, and it's about 12:30 in the morning, I think now, isn't it? Or 1 o'clock. It's been a long day. The whole business with the heavyweights and all the rest of it, I mean, we've spoken about it before, how frustrating it's been. This is a great fight that people are going to look forward to now. But, I mean, how realistic is it, do you think, the 4 top dogs, Usyk's got to go in with Dubois as well, that they would all meet in December? I mean, is that still something?
I'm realistic with you. I mean, Fury and Ngannou is supposedly announced tomorrow. I don't think he's going to be part of that night. But, look, Usyk-Dubois is not a terrible fight. This is a great fight. Then you might see Usyk-Hrgovic. It's another good fight. It's just one man missing, really. And I don't knock him for taking the Ngannou fight. I think it's disappointing for boxing. But I get it. He's going to make a load of money for an exhibition. But I feel like that's something that comes post-career, But I'd like to see the unification, the undisputed fight. And I think it's a good fight. But each to their own.
There we go. Thank you, Eddie.